Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Muhaida binti Haji. First of all, I will introduce my groupmates who are Arnoadila binti Ahmad. For the introduction, the analysis aims to understand the whole. Next is about data description and cleaning. SPSS is.
Okay, next about the descriptive analysis. This file contains information on residential property in Johor Bahru for the period from 2013 until 2015. The data include nilai laporan pajakan, bilik tidur, tarikh siap dan luas lot bangunan. We can use this to make frequency table for the variable. This enables the calculation of statistic and the creation of graph. The descriptive statistic filter in SPSS can also give summary statistics including the mean, median, and standard deviation. The mean represents the average, which is the total sum of the value divided by the number of value. Standard deviation measures the dispersion of the data and can be described as following a normal distribution. With this, the descriptive statistic offer the required information about Johor Bahru resident from 2013 until 2015.
Next is multiple regression analysis (MRA). MRA is useful in forecasting non-dependent variable value using non-independent factor and determine the extent to which independent variable may explain the dependent variable's variability. For our analysis, we select nilai laporan as our dependent variable while luas lot bangunan, pajakan, bilik tidur and tarikh siap as our independent variables. This is the second part of MRA, which expected impact on the dependent variable. In experiment, the outcome is assessed as the dependent variable, the variable that is predicted to change as a result of varying the independent variables. For example, if we are analyzing pajakan as our independent variable over nilai laporan in our study, so we may predict that pajakan for freehold property to have a greater impact on nilai laporan levels. Next, we move to the result of the multiple regression analysis, including the regression correlation, p-values, and R-square values. For regression correlation, if the connection is positive, the variable will move in the same direction. However, if the correlation is negative, the variable will move in opposite direction. The significance of the correlation coefficient is measured by its p-value. The p-value smaller than the selected significant, for example 0.05, show that the correlation is statistically significant, implying that the link between the variables was unlikely to develop by coincidence. Next part is p-value. A p-value is a number that indicates the probability of obtaining a test statistic at least as extreme as the one observed, assuming the null hypothesis is true. It is used in hypothesis testing to determine the statistical significance of the result. Thus, the p-value should be less than 0.05. As the table above, it is 0.000. Therefore, the results are significant. And the last element for the result of multiple regression analysis is R-square value. The table reveals a moderate strong positive linear relationship between independent variable and the dependent variable with a correlation coefficient of 0.631. The R-square value is 0.398, indicates that the independent variable explains approximately 39.8% of the independent variable variation. The adjusted R-square value is 0.398, indicating no additional independent variables.
In MRA part, I'm going to explain the analyze the coefficients to determine their. Next is identify assumptions and limitations of multiple regression analysis.
Next is model evolution and fitness. This histogram show a bell-shaped knot as not normal distribution. It because the mean is negative 5.17e and the standard deviation is 1.000. The data variable include an independent variable such as list, lot area, bedroom, and deadline. The dependent variable also have been used such as the LPR value to get the result. This is the observed count probe. For the scatter plot, the scatter plot show a moderately strong weight positive relationship. The graph is compared with nilai LPR and the regression standard residual. Leasehold property represent time-bound ownership was analyzed using multiple regression.
The R-square value 0.398 indicated a low fit. With adjusted R-square accounting was for unnecessary predictor. Coefficients were interpreted to understand variable relationship. Multiple regression explore one dependent and several independent variables, addressing confounding factor to identify key predictor. This method aids in correlation predictor and decision making, requiring careful data analysis and consideration of model assumption.